Forget steel, forget concrete, the material at the heart of this project is one of the strongest building materials on the planet. Engineers call it vegetable steel, bamboo. But it has a critical weakness that must be overcome. Unlocking its immense structural potential requires a deep understanding of its properties, both good and bad. Her work begins not with bamboo, but with timber posts. This is the solution to bamboo's key weakness, ground rot. By raising the bamboo structure on these timber footings, she ensures its longevity for decades to come. She processes the raw material with simple hand tools. Every cut is precise, preparing for the complex joinery ahead. This black screen marks a transition from raw preparation to the beginning of assembly. Each crosscut must be perfectly clean and perpendicular to ensure the load transfers correctly through the joint. The main structural beams are laid across the timber posts, forming the primary grid for the platform. Notice the absence of nails. She's using traditional lashing techniques. The rope bindings create joints that are incredibly strong, yet flexible. This flexibility is key. It allows the structure to move slightly under load, dissipating stress without breaking. She continues to build up the framework, creating a rigid lattice over the flowing stream. The engineering here is intuitive and elegant, working with the natural strengths of the material. Every lashing adds to the cumulative strength of the whole, distributing the load across multiple points. The primary frame of the platform is nearly complete, a testament to the power of this simple joining method. She meticulously tightens each binding, removing any slack to create a pre-tension joint. The structure is a study in geometry, a series of triangles and rectangles forming a stable base. The rhythm of her work is efficient and practiced. Years of experience are evident in every movement. The framework now appears incredibly robust, ready to receive the decking layer. The finished frame is not just functional, it's a beautiful piece of structural art. Now she begins creating the floor deck, laying smaller bamboo slats across the main joists. This woven platform will act as a stress skin panel. Lightweight yet incredibly strong once fully assembled. Using a simple knife, she carves notches and trims the bamboo. In her hands, this basic tool performs with surgical precision. On a separate structure, she lays a roof, the steep limestone karst. In the background highlights the remote, challenging environment. Back to preparing materials, the quality of the final build is determined by the quality of these individual components. She splits a large bamboo comb with a machete. This requires immense strength and control to keep the split straight. She's carving a square notch, a mortise, into the bamboo. This is a more advanced joinery technique. A stockpile of perfectly prepared slats, each one identical, ready for weaving into the deck. The fine-tuning of each piece ensures a tight, seamless fit, leaving no gaps in the final surface. The sharp crack of the machete echoes as she quickly processes another large comb. She begins assembling the railing, fitting the posts into the pre-cut mortises on the main frame. The railing provides a critical safety barrier, but it also adds significant rigidity to the entire structure. With the posts in place, she adds the horizontal rails, completing the enclosure. She stands on her creation, testing its strength and stability. The platform is rock solid. A moment of rest from this vantage point. The platform becomes an observatory for the surrounding nature. The work continues on a different project, a woven bamboo fence for the main house. The finished platform is a masterpiece of natural engineering, perfectly integrated into the streamside environment. She adds a final railing section, demonstrating the modular nature of the design. This structure is more than a deck, it's an extension of the living space out into the heart of the forest. The methodical process of sawing bamboo, the fundamental skill that underpins everything else. A new project requires new materials. The cycle of harvesting and building is continuous. The sheer volume of bamboo processed for these projects is a testament to her incredible work ethic. The saw blade sings as it moves through the tough fibers. She uses a large blade to split the bamboo cones, a quicker method for rough processing. It's difficult to see, but this is likely fine detail work, perhaps preparing a pin for a joint. A different builder demonstrates another technique, carving a hole using the sharp point of a heavy knife. A pivotal moment, the introduction of a modern power tool. The drill allows for fast, uniform holes for bolted connections. This blend of ancient technique and modern technology is the hallmark of the contemporary natural builder. But the core of the work is still done by hand, relying on skill, patience, and a deep understanding of the material. Measure twice, cut once. The old adage is the law here. Wasted material means wasted time and energy. She now uses lashing, a modern alternative to natural fiber rope. It's faster to apply and offers excellent tensile strength. She hammers a bamboo peg into a pre-drilled hole, a technique called pegging, to lock a joint in place. The structure is a complex web of interlocking pieces, held together by a combination of lashing, pegs, and joinery. Each tap of the hammer seats the joint more firmly, creating a solid, immovable connection. She carves a decorative pattern. This is where craftsmanship transcends engineering and becomes art. The precise trimming of a joint ensures a clean look and prevents sharp edges. She shapes the outer layer of the bamboo, perhaps to create a smoother surface or to fit a joint. The final shaping of a component, every piece is custom-made for its specific place in the structure. She inspects the finished frame, ensuring every joint is tight and every angle is true. The finished piece is a functional object of beauty, a testament to her incredible skill. She assembles a roof panel on the ground first. This modular approach is safer and allows for greater precision. The power tool returns, speeding up the process of creating the small, uniform slats for the roof panel. Back to the knife for fine adjustments, the combination of power and hand tools is highly effective. The panel is woven together, creating a lightweight but rigid sheet that will be lifted onto the main structure. This appears to be a daybed or swing, a place for rest integrated directly into the architecture. The project is a complete outdoor living space, with fencing, seating, and roofing all made from bamboo. The rope lashing is not just functional, its pattern becomes a decorative element in its own right. The overall structure is revealed, a beautiful, open-air pavilion built over the water. She begins constructing the roof frame, another complex assembly of interlocking bamboo. The methodical assembly of the roof continues, piece by piece. The geometric precision of the roof frame is essential for both strength and aesthetics. This slow, careful work ensures the roof will be strong enough to withstand wind and rain. Each piece fits perfectly into the next, a testament to her careful planning and execution. The completed roof frame is a complex and beautiful structure. She continues to add layers, increasing the roof's density and water resistance. She uses the drill to create pilot holes, preventing the bamboo from splitting when she fastens the components. The roof panels are now being attached to the main frame of the pavilion. The final structure is a multi-layered system, with each layer serving a specific purpose. The overlapping slats will shed water effectively, channeling it down and away from the interior. The final roofing layer is installed, completing the pavilion's shelter. Now, installing the smaller bamboo tubes. These act as gutters, a brilliant integrated drainage system. She installs them along the eaves of the roof, ensuring rainwater is properly channeled away. The roof is now fully complete, a beautiful example of functional, sustainable design. The pavilion stands as a finished work, strong, elegant, and in perfect harmony with its setting. She adds the final details, ensuring every element is secure. The view from above reveals the intricate pattern of the roof, a fusion of natural material and geometric design. Every piece is in its place, the construction is complete. A brief pause to appreciate the beauty of the forest, the source of all her materials. Now for the final touch, a swing. She prepares the bamboo components. The swing is attached to the main roof beams, transferring the load safely to the primary structure. She secures the swing's frame, creating a place for relaxation and enjoyment. She installs the seating platform of the swing, another beautifully woven bamboo panel. She lashes the supporting ropes, using strong knots that will tighten under load. The final connections are made. The swing is ready. A well-earned moment of joy, the builder becomes the occupant, testing the result of her hard work. The finished swing is an invitation to pause and enjoy the serene world she has built. The house and pavilion sit by the water, a complete, self-sufficient, and beautiful homestead. But the work is never finished. Now she tends her garden, cultivating food from the earth. The cycle of building, planting, and harvesting defines this remarkable way of life. From the earth, she draws the clay; from the forest, the bamboo. She is a true master of her environment. A new day, a new project, she prepares the ground, tilling the soil for planting or for a new foundation. The methodical work of digging, turning the earth, preparing it for what comes next. The soil is tilled, aerated, and ready. This is the essential first step for a healthy garden. She digs a deep hole, likely for a structural post or for planting a large tree. She sets a massive bamboo column into the hole, the first post for a new fence or structure. She backfills the hole, tamping the earth down, to ensure the post is perfectly plumbed and secure. This simple post foundation is incredibly effective and uses only natural, locally sourced materials. She compacts the soil with her hands, ensuring there are no air pockets around the post. She begins processing more bamboo, the primary building block of her work. She's cutting a saddle joint, a classic log building notch, that allows her round pieces to interlock securely. She shapes a large bamboo pole, using its natural curve to form an arch or a roof beam. The precision required for this shaping work, using only a large knife, is extraordinary. Back to basics, sawing the pieces to length. She lays out the components for a gate or fence panel, a simple but strong rectangular frame. The panel is infilled with smaller bamboo slats, creating a barrier that is both light and durable. This style of woven panel is a common sight in traditional Southeast Asian architecture. She trims the ends of the slats flush with the frame, a final touch of craftsmanship. The panel is complete, ready to be installed. The simple act of cutting bamboo, repeated thousands of times, is the foundation of her craft. The final trim of the panel, every edge is clean, every joint is tight. A new structure begins. This time, it's a cage or pen. She starts by carving mortise holes for the frame. The knife work is incredibly precise. The rectangular holes will accept the tenons of the crosspieces. She works her way down a line of posts, replicating the joinery with speed and consistency. With the posts prepared, she lays them out on the ground to form the base of the structure. The vertical posts are inserted into the base frame, and the structure begins to take shape. Horizontal rails are added, locking the vertical posts in place and adding immense rigidity to the walls. The build continues upwards, layer by layer, a study in traditional post and beam construction using bamboo. She stands back to admire her work. The cage is complete, strong, and perfectly proportioned. She reinforces the foundation of the posts, ensuring the structure will remain stable for years to come. Now for the roof, she lays the primary rafters, creating the pitch for rainwater to run off. She brings in the smaller bamboo purlins that will span between the rafters and support the final roofing. The roof structure is a lightweight grid, incredibly strong for its weight. She continues to place the purlins, maintaining consistent spacing for a uniform roof. The skeleton of the roof is now complete, ready for its skin. The structure is functional and ready for use. She prepares the roofing material by carving a channel down the length of large bamboo columns. These half pipes of bamboo will be laid as tiles, an ancient and highly effective roofing method. The process is laborious, but the result will be a beautiful and fully waterproof roof. She brings the finished bamboo tiles to the structure. They are laid in overlapping courses, convex side down, then capped with a course of concave side down. The finished animal pen, a smiling builder, stands before her creation, a symbol of her self-sufficiency. On another project, she uses the same skills, this time on a traditional house with a thatched roof. Site work is constant. She prepares another patch of ground with a shovel. She digs a drainage trench, a critical step to manage the heavy rains of a tropical climate. Her faithful companion watches on as she works the earth. The trench must be perfectly graded to ensure water flows away from her home. This is grueling, physical work, the unseen labor that makes sustainable living possible. She sets a row of bamboo stakes. This will be the frame for a woven garden fence. She hammers them in, ensuring they are deep enough to be stable and strong. The simple repetition of the hammer is the sound of progress. Nearby, her flock of ducks forages, part of this integrated, sustainable farm. She prepares the weavers for the fence, splitting bamboo into thin, flexible strips. The skill is to make the strips of a consistent thickness, so the final weave is even and tight. This task requires patience and a feel for the material, knowing just how much pressure to apply. She begins to weave the strips in and out of the vertical stakes, the ancient craft of wattle fencing. The panel grows, row by row, a beautiful and functional barrier created from almost nothing. She continues the weave, her hands moving with a fluid, practiced grace. The finished panel is a testament to the idea that the most elegant solutions are often the simplest. She installs the woven panel, completing a section of fence that is both a work of art and a functional part of her farm. The completed fence is sturdy and fits perfectly with the aesthetic of the homestead. She moves the finished fence panel into place, the final piece of the puzzle. The animal pen is now complete, a safe enclosure, built entirely from materials harvested on site. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel, LS Thouka, for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.